This is what he said about work from home daw makes people dumber every day. Am I dumb?
So, Nimbyx. There's this company that recently went viral on TikTok. They were talking about work from home. That's why we were triggered to do this video. But ano ba yung video na yun? Ano yung nag-viral na yun?
Basically, part of the video, the CEO himself, this is what he said about work from home daw makes people dumber every day. That's word for word. Kasi 4 words, makes people dumber every day. So, syempre, triggered.
Okay.
Triggered ako kasi, am I dumb?
Why are you dumb?
Maybe I am.
Yeah, kasi we were both work from home. You worked from home forever, I think.
Since birth.
Since you never...
I was born and raised
at home.
At home.
You've never done corporate work.
No.
You've never been an employee.
No.
Right?
It's
What do
not
you
yet.
actually do? Para doon sa mga tatlong manonood na to.
Currently, I am a freelance creative content producer, but I've done other freelance gigs before, like social media management. I did a bit of video editing, a little bit of everything, actually.
I'm a filmmaker, but I had experience working for a company for lots of years. Actually, in a way, I sort of know where he's coming from. But
Do you?
I understand where he's coming from, but I don't agree with it. Does working from home make you dumber? Definitely not.
I hope so.
Kasi the entire world would be dumb during the pandemic. Ibig sabihin that everybody was working from home.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, the pandemic revealed na you can be productive at home.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people who, syempre, we don't have a choice no pandemic. So everybody had to work from home and everybody had to figure out how to be productive kahit nasa bahay ka. It was out of necessity.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, I guess this company is trying to, I don't know, become viral, become...
I don't know what they're trying to do.
Hindi ko rin maintindihan.
Kasi I know they posted a series of videos pa after that. Just watch it. Maybe we'll put a clip para matrigger din kayo.
I don't know the exact data or the exact numbers of how many people are working from home right now. Kasi, syempre magkaiba pa yung working from home pero you're an employee as opposed to being a freelancer.
Yeah.
Where essentially you work from home 100% of the time. It's just that naiiba-iba yung bahay mo. Pwedeng coffee shop, pwedeng literal na bahay. So it's triggering kasi it's like generalizing everything. Right? But because of this issue, a clip of Elon Musk actually lumabas sa FYP ko talking about the exact same thing back in 2023. Kasi dun sa Nimbyx video, they called those who are working from home the laptop class. The laptop
Yeah, that
class.
was the follow-up video actually. I think it was their marketing head naman this time. She said na she defended their stance na nag-viral, and then she basically said, she basically referred to work from home people as the laptop class.
So may
Yeah.
label na agad, di ba? Buti pa sila may label. This clip of Elon Musk na napanood ko, actually, siya pala yung unang, I guess, tumawag sa freelancers or work from home people as laptop class. Basically, medyo derogatory yung term. Kasi
Kahit naka-Mac.
kahit
Kahit
naka-MacBook.
6 digits yun.
And he basically said the same thing na it promotes laziness, na it's a disrespect. Actually, mas matindi sa kanya. He called those who are working from home like it's a moral issue for him.
Wow. Ouch.
Elon Musk to, Elon Musk. He's saying na bakit there are certain people that can work from home. So parang disrespectful daw dun sa mga hindi pwedeng mag-work from home. Which for me, like being a freelancer for the last, I don't know, 6-7 years. I've been working as a freelance filmmaker, producer, writer, everything na pwedeng pagraketan. That's very unfair. You're basically calling everybody who is not in the office useless person.
It just so happens na some people, yung nature ng work nila does not allow them to work from home. Kasi obviously, like for example, if you're a plumber, like how?
Or
you can't take the
doktor.
toilet home with you.
Or doctor.
Or doctor ka.
O restaurant, mahirap mag-serve from home.
Yeah,
Although
you
some
can-
do. by delivery.
It's the nature of the work itself. It cannot be done at home. Pero dun sa mga may option to do it at home, does that automatically make you a bad person? I don't
Yeah,
think so.
and kasi I guess this comes from the idea that a lot of people still have, I think, that freelancers or people who work from home aren't, practicing an actual career.
It's not real work.
It's not real work. Kaya ang daming triggered dun sa Nimbyx video kasi ang daming nag-comment doon na six digits sila kumikita. Sometimes still. Like, people ask me, okay, what do you do? I'm a director, filmmaker. Huh?
I think now it's getting a bit better. Especially after the pandemic kasi a lot of people, even those who have a 9-to-5 job, had to look for, gigs, side hustles kasi everybody had a hard time during pandemic. And mas naging familiar yung majority of the public na there are other ways to earn money. You don't need a 9-to-5 job, or you don't need to just do a 9-to-5 job to earn money. Pero before, like, I would be asked by relatives, like, what do you do? I always have a hard time explaining what I do. It's not a regular job.
Minsan, doon nag-emanate yung belief na it's not a real job because it's online. I mean, it's 2024. Nakakatawa lang na meron pa rin ganun. Kasi freelance as a career, as a profession, has been around since forever. Even during the 70s, 80s. Lahat ng artista freelancer kung tutuusin. If you think
That's
about
true.
it.
Yeah.
Right? Kaya lang, sikat kasi sila. So nobody questions. They know.
And there's a term for them eh. Freelance kasi, it's like a general term that's like everybody that's not in the office is a freelancer. But there are individual terms for each niche. Pero pag sinabing artista, that's a celebrity, diba?
Yes.
It's like a mainstream term.
Tsaka alam nila kasing kinikita. So,
And you
na
see
malaki.
them. It's very visible what they do. You see them on TV.
But freelancing, given na, maraming ang ways to earn, still, marami pa rin confused about it. Feeling ko, marami pa rin hindi actually alam paano mag-start or how to get into it.
Because there's so many ways to
How did you get into it?
By desperation. No, originally kasi, I've never, for the three people who are watching, I've never had a corporate job. And straight out of college, I was already doing online business, Etsy in particular. Yeah, I was selling, so I had my shop, and even before I graduated, I was doing Etsy. And then it was doing, I wouldn't say super great, but enough for me to think, maybe I should postpone applying to jobs and maybe try it out for a bit since kaka-graduate ko lang naman.
Good enough to survive. Basically.
Yeah, good enough to survive. And I was still living with my parents at the time. So, I didn't have to pay for rent or for bills. So I did it. And then eventually, I was able to grow that shop to the point that I sort of forgot to explore other options. And by other options, I mean apply to a job. And so I did that. I ended up doing it for 4 years. And the only reason why I transitioned into freelancing is because nag-pandemic.
Okay.
Which is, wala akong choice because I was shipping things internationally and then everything closed down. So I couldn't do Etsy. And so what I did was everything I learned in order for my shop to thrive on Etsy, I just applied that and transitioned slowly into freelancing. So instead of doing it for my shop, I was doing it for other people's other clients. Doing all the things that I did for my shop and then acquiring new skills and then trying out different types of freelancing niches because there's so many things that you can do in freelancing. So many. And ayun, like little by little I got clients and then eventually, ayun, I ended up here.
Working for me.
He's my boss.
A lot of people think initially that freelancing is just a side hustle. But for you, it was
my
actually,
main thing.
Yeah, it was the career.
But also, I guess, based din sa personality ko, after doing my shop for 4 years, I couldn't see myself anymore entering the corporate life.
Kasi ako, I got into freelancing then by accident. Technically, I've been doing it kasi even while employed. So parang I was with GMA as a journalist for 6 years. While working there, kukuha ako ng mga side gigs sa magazines or writing about gadgets or
Like his was the usual, I think the more common path. Like you have a 9 to
yes.
5 and then slowly, or like you're sort of out of necessity, then you're forced, either you're forced to get side
Or you
hustles
want additional
or you want
income.
additional income. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got into other companies after that. And then when I resigned from corporate work in 2018, I was still writing. It brought me back to production again, but this time not for a company, like doing it again, like you, for clients na. And then I got into corporate filmmaking, documentaries and all that, producing shows and all that. So it became better in terms of time. It even became more profitable. I enjoyed it more simply because I can design it more. I don't have more time per se, but I can like structure that time na magsusuit sa kind of lifestyle I have, the things that I love doing outside work. So I guess that's the allure of freelancing. Although it's hard.
Before you get into that phase where you can design it according to the lifestyle you want, it takes a lot of, effort and trying out basically everything.
When you're shifting from college to work, it's kind of like that na parang you have to change your mindset, your beliefs, kasi magche-change lahat ng the way you do things, the way you prioritize things. Like corporate, you have a 9 to 5. Whatever happens Monday to Friday,
9 to 5.
9 to 5 ka. Whether work from home or with office, 9 to 5.
Yeah, and then from college then, most of the time, there's somebody telling you what to do.
Yeah, and
Right?
you need to be at the office at this time. You need this, you need that. Freelancing is totally different way. It's closer to having your own business.
That's true.
You design your day. You decide which project task to prioritize. So with that comes instability in a way.
Oh, a lot of instability. Actually, to further that point, usually when my friends would ask me what's the hardest thing about freelancing, ang weird kasi most people get into freelancing thinking na, oh, I'm gonna do freelancing because I have more time and I'll have more flexibility.
More time.
And like nobody, like I don't have a boss. Like no one tells me what to do. Right? Kasi yun yung usual complaint sa corporate life eh. A lot of people, according to my friends, because I've never experienced it, leave the corporate life not because of the work. Sometimes it's more because of the people, right?
100%.
Like I think majority of people can agree. Like
Yeah.
it's not even the work; it's that the amount of pressure coming from your bosses, so people telling you all the time what to do and what you can't do.
Are people
And,
not knowing what to do?
That's like a whole different podcast. But then I tell them that one of the hardest things, or one of the biggest challenges for me, is that no one is telling me what to do.
Yeah.
And
Agree.
then you'll come to a point na pag nag-freelance ka, it's like every day you wake up and then you have to figure out yourself, like, what do I have to do?
Even
what
the-
do I do? Like there are days when I say, oh my God, I just wish someone would tell me what to do. It gets frustrating.
Even the time you're gonna wake up, you have to decide.
Yeah, you decide. Parang, diba, it's ironic kasi a lot of people get into it thinking, oh, they're gonna have so much freedom. And then the people who are in it know then that because you have so much freedom, that creates a lot of, I guess, stress and anxiety also.
Depends, yeah.
Too much of everything is
Yeah, so
always not great.
we can delve into a lot of those topics, the challenges, the ways to earn, right? How much can you really
How
earn?
much can you earn? How much do you earn?
Secret. That's another podcast in itself. But yeah, there's so many topics and ideas that we can talk about. Thus, the reason that we started this podcast. It's to show, or to share rather, to fellow creatives and freelancers all these things that we experience on a daily basis. And
Baka
all,
tayo lang pala yun.
tayo lang
Tayo
pala.
lang pala yun.
Try to start a conversation about it, and hopefully through that, may mga iba na, who would want to get into this
Or would want to get out of it.
or want to get out of it. Actually, there's also
Yeah,
a way to do it.
Freelancing, like, a corporate job is not for everybody. Diba?
Definitely. That's the reason for the podcast. It's called The Prod Life. So it's everything in and around the production industry. So we're gonna talk about this stuff. Freelancers, kasi production is, I don't know how many percent ang freelancers sa production. Like, there are lots of production houses, there are lots of agencies where there are also lots of freelance people. You can have the technical team, the production assistants,
Lighting.
makeup, lighting, the talents themselves, the models, ang dami niyan eh.
Yeah.
And all these things na i-share namin through this podcast, hopefully, is being shared by a lot of people within that community. And sometimes, who knows who it might help, diba? Not just those who want to get into the industry, but those who are already nagrarant.
Get out of it.
Or nagrarant, maybe. Or they want to progress.
Yeah. Or
in the
you
industry.
just want to connect, to find other creatives like them.
Na
Like
hindi
us.
kayo nag-iisa.
It's just like we want to get out. It's a call for help.
But yeah, it's gonna be, I think, an exciting world to introduce, to share, and like to have a healthy discussion.
Yeah, but mostly we just want to prove to the Nimbyx CEO that we are not dumb.
To the Nimbyx people,
Pwede kami.
they one of their videos said na it was like a marketing move to gain brand recognition.
But I don't know what they gained. Views, for sure. Virality.
Virality, but I don't know about brand equity, kung nadagdagan o nabawasan. I'm pretty sure nabawasan. But yeah, Nimbyx people were not dumb.
We're not dumb. Mr. CEO.
So hopefully, we'll get to talk a lot more about these topics and catch us in the next episode.
Tapos na?
Yeah.